नमो ज्योतिर्लोकाय कालाय नायनीं शांपते महापुरुषाय विधिमहे. I would first like to tell why we need Bhagavad Gita even at this age. Present age is said to be an age of tension, where a man has problems everywhere. There are, of course, medical solutions to many of his problems and psychological. But they may not be ultimate. There must be a spiritual solution to the problem which has been seen by many. I remember one beautiful shloka, though not from Bhagavad Gita. It's interesting to hear. After hearing it, you may find that Bhagavad Gita is also interesting. The shloka is Anayasena maranam vina dainyena jivanam mahesha krupaya dehi tvai bhakti machanchala. I will repeat that. It says Anayasena maranam. After praying God, ultimately this is asked, you give me a death which is painless, sufferingless. Anayasena maranam vina dainyena jivanam. Give me a life where I don't have to beg anybody for my sustenance. Mahesha krupaya dehi tvai bhakti machanchala. My God, give me devotion to me that is unwavering. So this is the final prayer that a man can make to God. That's what I believe. If one wants this to happen in life, probably Bhagavad Gita is a must. I have heard that in many of the management education systems, Bhagavad Gita has been added, at least in part, as a personality development program. In fact, to speak really, Krishna gives an advice to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita to make him come out of depression, and he explains the universe, God, and the relation of man and God and everything to him, and ultimately Arjuna gets convinced. He begins his work. I think I can make it better with a small story. A man had lost all peace of mind. He went everywhere finding solutions for his problem. His problem was problem in the family, problem in his workplace. So he was without peace day and night. He consulted many people, doctors, psychiatrists and so on. None could give him a perfect solution. And ultimately a friend suggested, there is a yogi or sannyasi who may be able to help you. Why don't you go and see him? This man agreed, went to that sannyasi. He was such a wonderful person. All that he had in his bag as a property was one set of dress to wear the next day. Very learned man, knew all the Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and whatnot, but still so simple. Many people he invited him to stay in their monasteries, but this man used to say, don't bind me to anything, I am a free man, leave me to myself. He had such an aura around him, wherever he went, the people came to him like the bees would come for a blossoming flower and wanted that man to be with them for some time. They fed him, and he used to say, I don't have any problem in this world. So this man went to that sannyasi and surrendered to him. The sannyasi told him, "You have to be with me for some time so that I can help you." And this man agreed to be with him, and he went with him wherever he went. One day this sannyasi was walking in a deep forest. The new disciple was walking behind him. Suddenly our sannyasi threw his bag and began to run. The new disciple took his bag and followed the teacher. After running a distance, the sannyasi held a tree with both his hands and began to shout, "Release me, release me, release me, I am caught, I am caught." So he went on shouting. This man did not know what to do because he could not understand the situation. What happened to his Swami was not known to him. After a few minutes of thinking, he understood, but sannyasi himself was holding the tree and tree was not holding his Swami. So he took courage to speak to his Swami. He said, "Swamiji, you are holding the tree is not holding you, why don't you leave it?" Sannyasi went on shouting, release me, as if he was not hearing to what this man was saying. He repeated his statement, and then sannyasi, with a brilliant face, released his hands from the tree. He was very relaxed. And then he asked the man, "Now, do you understand the solution to your problem? Or have you got solutions to your problem?" he asked. The man said, "How can your holding tree or living tree can make my problems understood to me?" He said, "I don't understand." Then sannyasi said, "See, nothing is holding you. You are holding the world. You are making problem for yourself. Why don't you get released by living everything by yourself?" This man said, "No, I think I can understand what you say, but I don't know the way of doing it." Then this sannyasi gave him a book of Bhagavad Gita and told him, "You can go through this book sincerely. First read, that's called Shravana. Then understand, reflect over, Manana, and then put it into practice. It's called Nididhyasana. If you can do these three things with Bhagavad Gita every day, all your problems will be soon over. Because what you think as you is not really you, it's only God within you. When you realize that the God is within you working, by reading Gita, your problems will be over. In the coming few episodes, I would like to explain Bhagavad Gita, giving meaning of every shloka, reciting the shloka and giving the meaning, and giving the minimum explanation possible or required to understand. It's very essential. My understanding is, if you listen hundreds of speech on Bhagavad Gita, you will never be able to understand it unless you read Bhagavad Gita yourself and try to understand with the help of a guru. So if you can do it for a few days, I think any man seriously doing this will be able to overcome all the problems of life. So in the next episode, we will begin with the prayer of Bhagavad Gita. So thank you very much.